Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to Unicorn Straight No Chaser. -1. So Tony Baloney is not going to be here with us this evening. Why? Because she is celebrating her birthday with her boo. She is our resident Aries. Lord, it's an Aries, an Aquarius, and a Leos. I'm surprised we don't be fighting every goddamn show. But I still have my Tokyo with me. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, Tokyo Tequila here. Everyone's favorite drink. Here to bring you all things kinks and chaos. So stay tuned.
And of course, I am Siren by Night, your queen of extra, your sultan of shenanigans, your diva of debauchery, and the official HBIC. Okay, so we are going to get started with our mental health issue, and then later on, Tokyo is going to traumatize us or enlighten us, as the case may be, with the Inside the Box segment that we all know is about what? Sex. That's what y'all came here for. I know. Well, hey, Jason, how are you? Now, we want to start off with, yes, lushness. We want to start off with the mental health topic, and I wanted to talk about something that I came across on social media. And Tokyo, I don't know if you were the one who originally shared it, but it was this clip from that judge show. And she was talking to this woman about ending her toxic relationship. And she gave her this long speech about loving herself and staying in a bad situation and being worth more and everything. And I was like, you know what? I know some people that need to hear this. I know some people that are in toxic relationships right now. And it doesn't always have to be women. You know, I'm not just talking to the women out there. Some of y'all men, y'all stuck with some toxic women too. So please don't think that I'm discriminating and putting it all on penises, because it's not. Okay. There's a lot of reasons why people stay in toxic relationships. And I think people, when we say toxicity, we think of, you know, domestic violence and the man is always cheating. But there's other ways that your relationship can be toxic, but aside from that. And a lot of it is based on your mental health. So a lot of people don't understand that you have an attachment style, right? So that's the way that you act in your interpersonal relationships. So when we say attachment styles, it's not just how you react with your boo. It's also how you interact with your friendships, with your parents, with your children, your coworkers. It extends to all of those areas. And there's 4 different attachment styles. Now, I'm a psychology nerd, y'all. So this is why I get into these things as far as mental health. That's my area. I've always been like that since I was a kid. Tokyo is a bit of a psychology nerd, but you know, she's a freaky psychology nerd, which is why she gets into the aspects of sex that people don't typically talk about. You know what your attachment style is?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I feel like I took it before, but I cannot remember at all.
Well, there's 4. So just if you could put that up for me really quick. There's 4 different types of attachment styles. You have secure, avoidant, anxious, and for whatever reason they have disorganized on here, but it actually should be a fearful avoidant. Okay. So everyone in the world has one of those attachment styles. Okay. Secure is what you would think is trusting, honest, loving, warm. You manage your emotions well. And let's be honest, most of us are not like that. Most of us are not like that throughout our lifetime. Like, you know, we might have moments when we're like that. We may eventually get to their place. We might start off secure and end up something else. But most people are not that way from the beginning to end. Okay. Now, there's the next step, which is the most extreme, which is an avoidant attachment style. So these are the people, and you definitely would think of a man when you think of this. He's emotionally distant. He prefers individuality. He doesn't depend on his partner. He's very logical, and he avoids conflict. I'm not arguing with you. I'm walking away. I don't have time for this. I don't need nobody to make me complete. I'm all right with being by myself. Yeah, we had sex and now you can leave. That type of person. They might love you. They might want to be with you, but they very much need their space and they don't want to feel smothered. Okay. Then you have the anxious attachment style. Now, these are the clingy people, insecure, needy. They lack personal boundaries. They have a fear of abandonment and their partner leaving them. They're highly sensitive and their moods are always shifting. Do you know anyone like that? Because I do.
Plenty.
Like, bitch, give me some room. Let me breathe. That kind of, she came over to spend the night and the bitch ain't never leave. Okay. Anytime you suggest that she might leave, so you don't want to be with me anymore? You don't love me anymore? You seen another bitch? You don't see no more? That type of chick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Annoying.
Yeah, everybody. Yes, very annoying. Everybody knows one of them. And then we have what should have been on that chart. And it depends on, I think that may have been an old term, the disorganized, but fearful avoidant. Now, I ain't going to lie. This sound like me a little bit. It sound like me a little bit because I be, like I have masculine energy. I'm aware of that. And I can very much be like, back the fuck up on me. Like, you too close. The fearful avoidant person, they prefer to be alone or withdrawn from relationships. So I'm okay with being by myself. And which is weird because I wasn't always that way. But I'm very okay with being by myself. And if you give me any reason, I'll be like, you know what? I don't know if I could do this. I'm about to leave his ass today. Okay. They don't like to be smothered, detach or dissociate if they feel rejected or if a conflict arises. Very true. Very true. You'd be like, why you don't call me? Why should I? Why should I? Because you was doing dot. So I figured we ain't need to talk. Listen, I will not call you. You be like, I ain't heard from you and you won't. And you won't. What, you want me to chase you? I'm not chasing you. Listen, don't judge me, people. Don't judge me. Okay. We might sabotage relationships a little bit just because it's easier to be by yourself. You don't have to be worried about nobody else. I don't need to do this. Okay. You said you want to break up? Okay. You ain't said no but words. And they be like, okay. I thought you had said you wanted to break up. So I was like, bet. We fear being betrayed, exploited, or used in relationships. I'm giving my good eye. Good eye on somebody. Like, you ain't trying to get over on me. We're very empathic and we would like intimacy, but we don't trust no motherfucking body.
That's definitely you, for sure. For sure.
I was reading, I was like, oh.
You be on some shit like he came in here with his sock rolled down. Like, I think he playing in my face. I think he just did some shit. We got a problem.
Yes.
He's playing in my motherfucking face. That's your favorite.
Right. You playing in my motherfucking face right now. Listen, y'all. If anybody who really know me knows that should be on a t-shirt for me. Playing in my face. I don't like nobody playing, and that's man, woman, child, elderly, disabled. It don't matter. Do not play in my face or think you are insulting my intelligence. I don't like it. And that's the quickest way for us to have a problem. So everybody, I hope my man don't be watching this. Telling all my truth. Everybody has a different attachment style. And you're going to fall into one of those, you know what I mean? And like I said, it will not be the same way during your lifetime. I wasn't always the way that I am. I probably was like a little bit more anxious when I was younger. You know what I mean? Because when you're younger, you're stupid. You don't know. You say, oh, love me. I want to love you. I'm going to be around you. I ain't like that no more. I ain't like that no more. You know, you get older and hopefully you grow up and you develop more self-esteem.
Right. And I think that's kind of how this manifests anyway. Like, you might be really anxious young, but as you get older and more experienced, I think a lot of people, some people will change their attachment style. Like, I don't have time for this. You know what I mean? You've been through enough. You'll be like, look, I ain't got time. Everybody end up getting avoidant, or everybody probably end up getting like, is it fearful? That's the fearful one. That's fearful, like, yeah. I think sometimes that occurs, so you can change it over time. It changes. I don't know what mine is though. I do need my space.
You could be healthy.
I ain't healthy. I ain't even gonna play in my own face. Okay. I like affection when I want it. And I kind of like, sometimes I do like affection. I like kisses and hugs and stuff like that. I do like having conversations, like heartfelt conversations, other people, but I don't
like sharing your feelings and being vulnerable.
Right.
Neither do
and I don't really want. Okay, so I do have empathic traits, I'll say. Like, I do feel like I feel y'all energy and how y'all, but I do have a mechanism that shuts down so that it doesn't internalize. That's something that I over time. So now it seems like I don't be caring or something when people are being emotional with me, but I do. I gotta step back.
Yeah, you
right. So it's not, some people, if you don't know me, you'll probably take it like, bitch, this bitch be smiling like I'm not like I'm not crying, but it's not that. I can be empathic and emotional and stuff like that. I choose not. I don't want to.
Listen, I hate that shit. Cause then I feel a type of way, right? So yeah. Now you done see me cry. I don't like this shit. So now it's like, I got to kill you now. You didn't see me. You see me in my raw state, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't like feeling open against you. You know? Yeah, but see, that's not healthy.
It's not
healthy. You're supposed to be able to be vulnerable with the person that you're with. However, I feel like they could use that against me. Because as long as I'm like this,
y'all won't know. Yeah.
Right. Like, whatever. I'm unbothered. Yeah. Right. But when I open myself up, then I feel like you got weapons to use against me. Yeah. And I shouldn't feel like, but that's what I mean. That's the whole point of me. Patching out your attachment style. Once you understand your attachment style, then you can explain it to your significant other. Your significant other can explain theirs to you, and then y'all have to figure that out. Because because some people are in denial. I'm not anxious, bitch. You needy as fuck. What is you talking about? You practically hanging onto my leg as I'm walking off the goddamn door. Like, what are you talking about? Can I go? Can I go? No. What you got, friend? Like, I feel sorry for anybody who is dealing with somebody that is needy and has an anxious attachment style, and it's not their fault because it normally stems from a childhood trauma. But also, at some point in our lives, we are responsible for healing from the things that we experienced and growing, because you're never going to have a healthy relationship if you don't deal with those things. Like, I gotta deal with my shit. You know what I mean? I gotta learn how to be young, open, and feel. I don't know how to do it.
And you're also an Aquarius, so that fits your whole MO. Like,
I know, but it's really crazy because when I'm in a relationship with somebody who is avoidant, right? They have that totally avoidant style. And I can be logical too. But see, if we both like shutting down, chaos.
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be chaos. So then usually if where I would shut down I'm in a relationship with an avoidant person and they're being logical, that makes me angry and now I'm cussing you out. I'm calling you all types of pussy ass hoes. And your mama is bald headed, your mammy, your pappy is impotent, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, not no more, y'all. That ain't my past. That's my past. I don't live there right now. Okay.
Right now, because it could come back. Right now, she ain't there right now. And when I mean right now, like this particular point in time,
716 and 716. At 716, I don't live there anymore. Okay. All right, that's what therapy has done for me. But unlike a lot of people, I know what I'm doing, and you know that makes me more apt not to do it, or at least to recognize when I'm doing it right away. You know, most people, they just walk around clueless, and so they fucking up their relationship because they don't know this is what you need. This is how you love, and this is what you need, and this is how the person you're with loves, and this is what their need, and your styles clash, and so your relationship is toxic. An anxious person with an avoidant person, rock star. Hey,
we missed you.
Yes, girl, where you been at? Cheating on us. I heard you cheating on us.
Let me tag them.
Don't be cheating on us with no other web shows, okay? You already seen I got a fearful, avoidant attachment style. But then an anxious person and an avoidant person, that's a horribly toxic. Because the anxious person is like, love me. And the avoidant person is like, bitch, slow down.
Right.
So we move on to the next contributor to a lot of toxic relationships. See, I'm teaching y'all stuff today, you know, to make your relationship better. Now, if y'all break up, I ain't had nothing to do with it. That wasn't me. I ain't have nothing to do with it. But if y'all come together and grow, you're welcome. Okay. The next relationship style that we want to talk about that contributes to a lot of toxicity is the codependent relationship. Okay. A lot of y'all are in a codependent relationship and y'all are in denial, delusions. Okay. Hallucinations. Y'all walk in hallucinations and fantasies. It's dreams. It's fallacies. It's not real. The shit is, y'all shit is fucked up. All right. Don't get mad at me how I deliver it to you. All right. I'm not one of them therapists that's going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm giving it to you straight, no chaser. That's the name of the show. All right. Get out, bitch. Get out. And that goes for man or woman. A codependent relationship is a dysfunctional relationship where one person is a caretaker and the other takes advantage. One person supports or enables another person's poor mental health, immaturity, irresponsibility, Did I freeze?
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody was triggered out there. They tried to shut me down. I'm back to jump off. All right. Y'all gonna get this learning today. So every time it go out, that means somebody was triggered out there. Okay. And that's all right. You're gonna get this learning anyway. So signs that you are in a codependent relationship. You need to be around a person all the time. And I'm not necessarily reading from what is on the screen, but it's the same. You need to be around a person all the time, and you don't make plans for yourself. You have no motherfucking life, bitch. All you exist to do is be up underneath of this motherfucker, okay? Why? Why? You think that's healthy? You think that's healthy? You think he like that? Or she, the case may be. No, they don't. When you are apart, you feel worried, anxious, or lost. You don't have your own hobbies or activities, not a sport, nothing, okay?
Not a sport.
Your happiness depends on your partner. You feel rejected when they leave to hang out with their friends or they go to work or events, much like what I was describing with the anxious attachment disorder. This goes hand in hand. Where you going? Any room for me? You got extra chicken for me? No.
Not any room for me. Can I sit in your lap? I can sit in your lap.
I just want to be there. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Okay. You struggle with your own identity and you rely on your partner often. Okay. So you have no stable sense of self. You don't know who you are, independent of this other person. And you base your self worth on how successful your relationship is doing. So if your relationship is doing well, you are happy, you are skipping, you pop locking, dropping it, twerking, you're happy. Okay. But if you and your partner are in a bad space, you know, good morning. I guess it's good. I guess it's good. I don't know. Do you love me? Are you coming home today? Like, just... self-esteem. So, well, I feel rejected if I offer a lighter and the person doesn't need it. You know what? I don't got time. I don't have time for your foolishness today. The message today is self-esteem. As Cat Williams said, it's esteem of your motherfucking self, bitch. I, as a separate individual, cannot give you high self-esteem. All right. If any of this shit that I am saying thus far sounds like you, as the dependent person, please seek therapy immediately. And that's not even a joke. That's sad. That is a very sad and tragic way to live life. Okay. Where you are so enmeshed in someone else that you can't not stand on your own 2 feet. That is agony. So seriously, all jokes aside, I would encourage anybody, if any of this stuff is ringing true to you, and you know, people don't like to admit that they feel like that. Of course you wouldn't, because people can feel shame. People can feel shameful about it. They can feel guilty about it. But like it's a cause and effect. Okay, so you go through certain things in your childhood, and then you grow up and you play out traumas that you experienced before in your relationship. Your significant other is for all intents and purposes your mother or your father. Yes, people be out there fucking their mommy or their daddy with their issues. They do. They do. Does it sound messed up? It is. It is. But also it's true. So if any of these things sound like you, definitely get therapy. Can you salvage your relationship? Possibly. That's right. Losing yourself is the worst. But some people never found themselves, Rockstar. Some people never knew themselves in the first place. And I definitely have been in a place where I lost myself in a relationship before because the person I was with was very like straight edged. And so akin to if somebody wanted to make me the pastor's wife, how that's finna work? Can you imagine me? You don't want me
today. Not the you today.
No,
you burn right up, child.
God, they would kick me right on out. They'd be picketing in front of the church and stuff. Pastor wife was twerking at the singles ceremony. You know, I'm trying to show you how to get them. It's like, no.
Right. Don't you want a husband?
But I definitely have lost myself before. I definitely have been in a relationship where I was focusing on being what I thought that they wanted. I was into their kids, my kids, you know, their family, their friends. That was it. So when the relationship was over, I had to go through a whole process and journey of finding out who I was independent of this person. That is a horrible feeling because you really do feel like, damn, I'm a grown ass woman. I don't even know what I like and what I don't like. And, you know, it was a whole discovery of finding myself again. And so now that I am here, ain't nobody finna take that away from me ever again at all. Okay. If it's you or me, bitch, it's finna be you. Every goddamn time. I'm letting you know.
I do also think that being codependent for some people is very easy. Just like you said, a lot of these attachment styles come from childhood. So sometimes people grow up in a situation where they didn't have anything, or they didn't have nobody take care of them, or they didn't have that person to do everything for them. They didn't get to live that life. So they grow up and find somebody that's willing to be like, oh, I'll take care of everything. And so you get stuck in that mindset. I just think it's very easy to fall into these type of patterns. Like, you don't realize then I know where time has passed. You done never been nowhere else, or never done anything, or, you know, you didn't get time to find yourself because you was stuck in this toxic relationship. It became your whole world. You know what I mean? So I think it's very easy to do that. You know, like, even if it wasn't the case before and maybe a past relationship, that's why new relationships is different. Like, your attention might change depending on relationship. Is that true?
You mean attach yourself? Yeah, because if you end up, if you were to end up in a relationship with someone who was emotionally abusive, and previously you may have had a secure attachment style, but for whatever reason you're in this this relationship with this person that is beating you and being emotionally abusive and tearing. Now they're picking apart your self-esteem. They're getting rid of the security, and now you find yourself, you know, I'm on pins and needles every time they walk in the door. I'm trying to make them happy. I don't think about me. How does he want me to look? How does he want me to talk? How does he want me to act? Like, now you find yourself being anxious because they have created it with you, have allowed them to create it within you. Because can't nobody do nothing to you that you don't allow. But yeah, you have allowed them to create that within you now. So it's possible. Yeah, that's possible depending on the person that you're with. But that's why when you see red flags, you need to be like,
be out.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on here?
Protect your sanity.
Listen, I used to mess with this older guy, right? An older guy, and you know, I should have. You know how some niggas just got their air about them, like they like the hit women. And I now that I'm older than I was, because I was much younger then, I could see it, but back then I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Child, we got into this argument because I was on the phone talking to one of my friends, and it happened to be a guy. Now, I wasn't trying to hide it because that was just my homie. Like, wasn't nothing going on. We started fighting over the phone. Now, you know I'm gonna fight you. Even back then, if I ain't gonna do nothing else, we gonna tussle, okay? So we tussling because I'm like, you don't pay my fucking phone bill. So we tussling. This nigga punched me in my face, okay? Oh yes. Oh. I said.
Not up.
Listen,
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
No, I can laugh at it. You know why I can laugh at it? Because I was the fuck out. Let me get my stuff. I can see.
I'm surprised you ain't pick up some type of bad contraption that you done made and murder his ass.
Yeah, listen. That was back then. That was back then. If it was me now, I would have. Back then, I was just like, I'm not quite sure he might try to kill me. Because it's the niggas that'll do that, and you know, you call the cops and they scared. Then there's other women beaters that they'll try to kill you. And I was like,
I don't know which one it is.
I don't know which one it is, so I'm going to just take my leave. The craziest thing about it was he had a daughter that was like the same age as me. And so when I came back to get my stuff from the house, you know, I ain't come by myself. You get fucked up if you want to. Came back to get my stuff because that's all it took for me. I'm not staying. I'm not. We don't do that.
That's really good of you though, because people don't take that flag. They don't.
I wish the fuck I would. No, I went to go back and get my stuff, and his daughter's like, he done sent the damn daughter to talk to me. She's like, you know, my dad love you and this, that. I said, bitch, is you crazy? That's what I asked. I was like, do you know what he did? And she was like, yeah. I said, and you think that's okay? So I'm looking at her like, what the hell is wrong? I said, what is wrong with you? I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know what y'all do. But I just can't get my shit. I'm out. Like, and that was it. That was the end. The beginning and the end. You got one motherfucking time. Like, no, that's weird to me. And I've never been that type of person at all. Now, what I do like is narcissists. I do put a little narcissism on their penis. I don't know.
Narcissism.
Narcissism.
A little narcissism.
That's right. That's right, Rockstar.
That's what I'm talking about.
Narcissism, and get yours now. Anyway, the very last toxic relationship I want to talk about is people who are trauma bonded. Okay. Now, trauma bonding, if y'all have not heard of it before, is emotional bonds with an individual that arise from reoccurring patterns of abuse reinforced by reward and punishment. Okay. So friends do this, people in relationships do this. You think that you are bonded because you are in love? No, you are bonded because this person grew up in a household where their mama got her ass beat, and you grew up in a household where your dad used to beat your mama ass. Y'all are opposite sides of the same toxic coin. That is what is the only thing that is keeping y'all together. Okay. And it doesn't have to necessarily be the domestic abuse example that I've given, but just to make it plain for you. So examples of this and what that looks like is rescuing and enabling each other, chronic fears of abandonment, ignoring needs to be chosen, also called a pygmy. Listen, y'all want to know what a pick-me is? That's what it is. You ignore your own needs and your own goddamn common sense just so that man or woman will choose you over and over again, okay? A motherfucking pick-me. You keep score and use intimate knowledge against each other. So that's why your mama was a crackhead and you ain't able to love nobody properly. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. Emotional addiction. You are fearful to be separated from this person. I can't live without you. You complete me. Can't nobody complete you but you. You
so
might
basically
go ahead.
Basically, trauma bonding is I've been through shit, you've been through shit, so let's go through shit together. That's basically what that is. Like, we both had a fucked up upbringing, so like, let's just fuck each other up in the process.
I mean, in the simplest form, I would like to play out this trauma circle. So can you be fucked up like my daddy was, and I'm gonna be fucked up like your sister was, or whatever the case may be. Like, we're gonna keep playing this trauma cycle out with each other. You might not like or trust the person, but you won't leave. Your friends and family might be like, this shit ain't fucking right. This fucked up. Y'all don't need to be with each other, but you won't leave. You tell people, you know what this girl did to me the other day? And I feel like she was gaslighting and manipulating me. You're absolutely right, but you won't leave. So you try to end it, you get sick. You feel ill. Like, it affects you physically and mentally. And last but not least, you know that the person is destructive. You know that they're manipulative. You know that their mental health is lacking. You know that they are working on your mental health and it is bringing it down. But you won't leave. You won't leave because you are. People get addicted to relationships like they do to drugs, and that's not even a joke.
That's true.
They get addicted to the feelings. They get addicted to the cycle, right? Salvador, hi, darling. They get addicted to the cycle because you had your honeymoon stage. That was so good. He loves me. Then something tragic happens. Okay, this motherfucker get on my nerves. I don't know if I want to do this or whatever. Y'all make up. You feel hopeful. It might work out. It might get better. Honeymoon stage. Cycle keeps going. Wash, rinse, repeat over and over again. And you wonder why you can't progress. You wonder why you say it all the time. You wonder why it's coming through as physical ailments. You got a headache all the time. You know, people do this all the time, every day. They play out these things right before our eyes. It's very it's not common. It's very common. Everybody has an attachment style. Yes, only 2 tonight. Tony is celebrating her birthday, okay? So it's Aries season. Let her have fun. She'll be back. The thing about it is somebody has to stop the cycle, right? Of toxicity. Somebody has to be the one to be like, I don't want to keep living like this. That's right, Rockstar. If they won't change, leave. There
And
is
like people get really comfortable in dysfunction. Some people are really comfortable not being comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Like some people thrive off the drama and like the excitement of having a bunch of shit going on. Like you never chilling. You know what I mean? The relationship is never good or nice or like just
peaceful.
Peaceful, right? So they tend to sometimes they even make the problems, you know what I mean? Make the issues just so a little excitement, a little razzle dazzle in the relationship and stuff, which is also toxic. Which is toxic, and
it is toxic because you know after you fight, you know that should be good. Like
I don't know about that. I keep telling you that. I don't know about that.
That's right. You don't.
I don't do that.
Healthy. You see I don't do that. I'll be like, come on.
Absolutely not.
Come on, daddy. I'll be mad at you afterwards, but right now, give me the best that you got.
Child.
I think people say, not an Aries, go get your sage. Salvador. Child, listen, I'm always surrounded by Aries. I have them my whole life. Mm-hmm. Them motherfuckers are toxic, okay? They just was born into the world toxic. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, Tony, it's the truth. You know how I feel about Aries. Born toxic. They love to fight. When she come back, and if she see this, she gonna try to fight me. See, like, you know, I'm not Salvador. I'm not supposed to agree with that a little toxicity is good. I shouldn't agree with it, but also I like narcissists. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that. Why do I like narcissistic men? Mm-hmm. But it's just something about them, that grandiose, confident. And I got a smart ass mouth, so I need a man that, you know, when I'm getting smart, he can get smart back. And I don't mean in this disrespectful way. It's just like, okay, you can give a little roasting drag, and I can give a little roasting drag, and we laughing and ha ha. Some men are very fragile. Very fragile. Mm-hmm. And so you try to joke with them and they ready to, you know, punch you in the face because you made a little jokey joke. Your wit is a little quicker than theirs. They don't like that. But I always find myself with these people that have this like larger than life attitude. Mm-hmm. Save me from myself, somebody.
At least you are in therapy and things, so you know everything works out. Everything you're working on yourself, as we all should be doing. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'll be like, oh, he's an asshole. What's your number?
You know this about yourself, and you working on it.
Oh God! But the sex be so good, y'all. The sex be so good. You said take a look at it, keep on taking. Listen, you listen. You choke me, I punch you in the throat. Like, sound like a good time to me. Throwing dinner, some drinks.
A mess.
It's not as bad as it sounds, is it?
It is.
Look, you with a man with a very large personality as well. So how do you deal with it?
But he's quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't be saying much. Wait, he's usually quiet unless
Tequila asked her husband to be sitting there. And he'll be quiet as shit, and then he'll just say some old crazy stuff like, "Yeah, you know, black women, they don't deserve love because they hate their mamas." And you'll be like, "What?"
Nothing so crazy. I mean, but we have arguments. We do have arguments, and they usually be on drunken nights where I you know, it get a little loud. But I don't know. I don't think it's toxic though. We have arguments. Yeah, we have some arguments that be a little crazy, but I'll be all right because I be chilling most of the time. When I be drinking, it be different. But most of the time I'm chilling. I don't really have no like. It don't be that big of a deal. Listen.
It'd be funny to me. I'd just be like, I'm going upstairs. So
You always do.
yeah,
You go right up there.
Yeah, they still downstairs arguing. I'm going to sleep. I ain't got time for this.
Child.
Is he a hotep? No.
That was just an example.
He like to play around like he a hotepian, but no, he's not. So you and him or me and Chris, remember the cookout? I don't know because
pretty much to a certain extent. He liked to get under my skin. That's what it is. I think he get a little excited from there. Like he's happy. He get a little like, oh, you mad. He think it's funny. I don't know why.
See, that's when you should have sex.
No. No.
That's what he want. He was like, I'm gonna add a little spice tonight. I'm gonna get her a little amped up, and then we're gonna go home and we're gonna have sex. And it doesn't turn out that way.
Nope. Not if I'm pissed off. Not if I'm mad. Better not touch me. Don't touch me. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm working on my stuff. That's all I can say. I am working on my stuff. I'm gonna try to stop being with assholes. You know what I'm saying? That like to go word for word. And that's the crazy thing, because everybody be like, I like you. I like your mouth. And this, that. Well, they don't say my mouth, but they say, I like you. You spicy and witty and da-da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, okay, until I cuss you the fuck out. You ain't gonna like it then. It ain't gonna be cute and funny then, right?
Nope. They be pissed.
But you thought this was funny before. You thought this was cute. That's what you like. You don't like it no more? You don't like it because the joke is on you? Oh, okay. Anyway.
If you don't like it, you can go. Your attachment style. Bye.
No, I won't be bye. I'll be like, oh, all right, I'm out. I don't need to do this. No, I'm all right by myself. Like, true story, y'all. I was by myself for 4 years on purpose. So I have written a check for myself that I could cash whenever I want to, that I don't give a fuck and I don't need you. I will leave. And you will miss the python grip. Anyway, if any of these things trigger you that we have discussed, the trauma bonding, the codependency, the attachment styles, the ones that are not healthy. If any of these things sound like your relationship, you definitely want to do some more research on it. I always encourage everyone to seek out therapy. Black people, we need therapy. Couples, y'all definitely need to be in therapy. A lot of people are in relationships that y'all would do well if y'all have individual and couple therapy, if you want to save the relationship. Some of y'all really need to be by your motherfucking selves. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need to be with nobody until you heal. That's just what it is. You know why I can say that? Because I did 4 years. I don't need nobody. So you could Google something. If y'all really, really need some type of, if you in Philly and you need some type of counseling and, you feel funny about talking to people, you really can inbox me. People inbox me all the time. It might not seem like it, but I'm very confidential and I really just like to help people. But I want you to laugh while I'm helping you, because it's an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people, especially men. So I like to make it a little bit light while we discuss it. But everything I said was true. Stand on it. Self-esteem. Get some. Now we're going to hand it on over to Tokyo. After I have triggered the people, people breaking up, people fighting, people fucking out. I don't know. I threw a bomb and ran. We going to the inside the box segment. We about to talk about sex. That's what y'all came here for, right? I'm talking to Salvador.
So today we're going to get into something called Hybristophilia, also known as Bonnie and Clyde syndrome, or serial killer fetish, however you want to call it. Hybristophilia is a sexual attraction to people who have committed heinous violent crimes. So if y'all don't know, me and Siren are like obsessed with serial killer, true crime documentaries, or YouTube podcasts, all that.
Toxic.
Now, I'm gonna make this clear. I am not a hybristophile. I am not sexually attracted.
Remember, whenever I do this, that means allegedly. Okay.
I am not sexually attracted to serial killers. Okay. What I am is very interested in the psychology behind serial killers. Okay. So all these things is almost like I want to know how somebody can do these heinous crimes. You know, it's more of that curiosity thing. Not, I don't want to do nothing with them. They can't come near me. Just to preface that, and why I decided to actually get into this, because I know a lot of situations where women, mostly because it's typically women, are hybristophiles. Because
we like toxic queen.
Right, just like we talked about. Yes, it all goes hand in hand. Toxicity, okay. Hybristophiles get aroused by the idea of a criminal committing a murder or R word. I don't think we can say that. And they're mostly women, like I said. So there are different types of hybristophiles. So one is a passive one, also known as serial killer groupies. So those people that went to Ted Bundy's trial and was like, "Oh my God, he's so cute."
And he was not cute.
Nope. Yes, he was charismatic, and that's how he got murder all them people anyway. People thought he was, oh, he's so nice, and they had documentaries about him, and child.
He talked.
Women loved him.
He talked.
They were very
yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely if you're passive, you typically are a groupie. They have no desire in taking part in any of the criminal activity, so they don't want to help commit the murders or anything like that. They're typically delusional and try to find excuses for what the criminal did. So, for example, if we're talking about the R. Kelly situation, and they'll say, "Oh, he was abused growing up," or "He was R-worded growing up," stuff like that. You try to make excuses for the heinous, criminal, crazy acts that these criminals do. You know, these serial killers and stuff like that. So the passive ones tend to do that. They tend to make excuses as to why they did what they did.
Salvador said we need to watch Mr. Nightmare on YouTube, horror and criminal documentary.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out.
I'm gonna check it out, Sal.
They want a relationship with the criminal and believe they are special and that they can change them. So they have these notions that I'm the one he needs.
The ultimate pygmy.
Right. He won't kill me. He won't do this to me because I can help them. Child. And they put themselves in positions to be seduced and manipulated and lied to. Typically the passive ones are the ones that
I murdered a pussy. Go ahead.
Yes, they do. So typically when a hybristophile is attracted to these serial killers and stuff like that, they'll try to almost have a relationship with them while they're in prison. They will send them letters professing their love and try to get into crazy relationship with them. And they have this perfect boyfriend notion. So the perfect boyfriend notion is, I always know where he is. He's not cheating on me. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. I don't have to do anything for him. So they really feel like this is the perfect boyfriend. Except you can't find something different. But
crazy and also interesting. Like, you got a point.
Really believe it.
She said, I believe it. I know where you going. You ain't going no fucking where.
Yeah. And you'll always have them. So with some people that's always getting a relationship with criminals that's not like heinous criminals, but like regular criminals, they fit into this notion like perfect boyfriend. You call me at the same time every day. You're not up under me. If you have an avoidant and different type of emotional styles, attachment styles, this is perfect. Leave me alone. All I gotta do is miss a call. You know what I mean?
You know what? That is so interesting. I never thought about it like that, because I always be like, why the fuck you want a nigga in jail? Like, that's weird. Right. But that's interesting. He'll never cheat on you except for his bunkmate.
But that's not here nor there. He's forced into that. That's
all you gotta do is send him a cup of noodle soups, put some money on his books, like.
Perfect. Go see him whenever you want to. I get it.
You know them niggas be in jail. They, salutations, queen, grand rising.
Yeah, they say all the nice things to you. They talk how beautiful you are, all that stuff. That feeds into their whole situation, especially once I tell you like what type of person will be into this. So that was one, the passive hybristophilia. And then you have a aggressive hybristophile.
Okay.
Child, these words. They're the exact opposite of the passive. So they're willing to help their lovers with their criminal activities. They'll lure victims. They'll hide bodies. They'll cover crimes and even commit them. They're attracted to their lovers because of their violent actions. So basically, their status. They like the thought of their significant other doing these things and helping
that
them. That
reminds me, you know, the Barbie and Ken murderers.
Yes, absolutely.
That makes me think of them.
Absolutely.
You said fruit cup. No, they need honey buns, Sal. Get your jail lingo together. They don't want a fruit cup. They want a honey bun.
Yes.
So the Barbie and Ken murderers are an example.
They're definitely aggressive hybristophiles. And they just are. They're involved in the manipulation and stuff too. So they like that. It's like a mind game. And, this is so exciting. I'm gonna go kill that person. They're murderers themselves for real. You know,
they bond over it.
They bond trauma bond. Look at it.
Yeah. We don't bring this full circle. It can be because, you know, they didn't grow up in a normal typical household to be like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you didn't just grow up in a nice, secure, emotionally healthy household. Grow up to a serial killer.
You had to see some shit or been to do some stuff. Those serial killers be going through some crazy stuff sometimes, and then they find people. They attract people that are similar to that or want to fix that. The ones that want to fix it, they typically get manipulated and kind of do a bunch of crazy stuff. So it's kind of crazy. So psychology behind why people are attracted to them. Usually it's people who have low self-esteem, they lack a father figure. They believe that they can change the serial killer, like I said, for the passive ones. They see a broken little boy that the killer once was and seeks to nurture them. So almost like, oh my God, I see that you have been through so much. Just let me help you. You know, like, so they want to almost like protect them and nurture them as like some type of mother. Which is
like, bitch, they just using you. They will kill you too.
But and the thing is, they fall in love with them without even talking to them. So they go to the trials and just, oh my God, you did this crazy stuff. Something must have really happened to you. You know, and they make every excuse in the world as to why you did this. Child. Like I said, the perfect boyfriend notion, some of them are narcissists and they want the fame of being with the serial killer. So they will do certain things. For example, I forgot what's the name. I'll get to that later. The perfect boyfriend notion. Insecure females who cannot find love in real life or who's love avoidant. See, look at this. Seeking relationships that cannot be consummated. So because they know that they're locked up, they know they can't consummate the relationship. So if they love avoidant, they'll tend to go to people that is like they can't get. It's like, to me, I don't want to say ridiculous because some of these
picking emotionally unavailable people on purpose. Yeah. Yeah, trauma. That's a trauma cycle. Yeah.
Yes. And the aggressive quality in men is seen as attractive and means to survival against attackers. So some people have just a basic like, oh, you can kill people. So
hunter, that hunter prey thing.
Yeah.
Like you can protect me. I kind of get that because I do feel that about men. Like if I feel like, I apologize for this, but everybody go check out what?
It's really spicy. Shout out to Pimp Name Kinker. Y'all friends? What y'all friends?
Let me tell you something, Sal. Don't be on my goddamn show promoting nobody else's shit. This is my time. All right, now I'm on the Patreon. Now, if you going over there to HNIC Patreon and select the unicorn tier to see some more of Siren by Night. Yes, but if that was not what you was promoting, don't do that shit while I'm on my ear. Don't do it. Child. Don't make me find you, Sal. Okay, you already see I ain't wrapped too tight, so I'm sorry, Tokyo. Go ahead.
So I do want to give you some examples of some Hybristophiles. The first is Doreen Lloyd. She married Richard Ramirez, who was a nice
rock star. I got the cussing nigga. Didn't I just say I be cussing niggas out?
That's what I'm saying. Jess, can you put that picture up?
I'm sorry.
Richard Ramirez, yes. So that's Doreen Leoy, or whatever her name is. And he's the Night Stalker. She got obsessed with him, and they ended up getting married in jail.
He's ugly.
And just if y'all don't know, he killed 13 people. So he's a serial killer. She decided to marry that man. So she's definitely
divorced. Didn't they get divorced at some point?
I think they did now. Yeah, but
why do I know this stuff about these people? I'm concerned. Why do I know this stuff?
Because we watch this stuff, child. Yes, we be in it. The next one is Carol Ann Boone. You could put her funny face stuff up there. She is the one who married Ted Bundy. Everybody knows who Ted Bundy is. He done killed between 30 and 100 people, and she was the one at the trial, being there for him and loving him and all that, knowing what he did. So she's definitely a passive. Both of them are actually passive Hybristophiles because they were not involved at all. They just fell in love with them and lost their minds. Think they could change them or something.
They lost their minds before they fell in love with them.
Yeah, they were. So it's another one. I don't have a photo of this person. I could not find a picture. Chloe Kelcher. She fell in love with a serial killer, Coitland Bryce, during his trial. She eventually tried to impregnate herself with his child using a sample of semen obtained by an accomplice. So somebody in jail got his semen and gave it to her.
Wait a minute. I got questions. So how they get the semen? If he was,
what? They probably put it in something. She's a ride or die. She I don't know. Just somebody in jail. She paid one of the guards a couple dollars or something to get him to probably jack off in something and gave it to her.
You sure? Or are we sure? Because there's other ways.
You know what? It is a lot of other ways. And you know what? However way she got it, she got it. she got that shit. But it didn't work.
That's a lot.
It didn't work, obviously.
There wasn't no damn sperm bank, okay?
Oh, yeah, this was a whole accomplice situation. Like, it was a whole inside job type shit.
That was Bobby with the honey bun. Like,
but it didn't work. And her crazy ass decided once he died, she stole his corpse. And then she started to do a string of serial killings, copycat killings. How he used to kill people, she would try to kill them. Yeah, she was crazy. She was crazy. She was aggressive, obviously. She would have been with it and on and up in there if she had a chance.
Oh.
And then the last one is Juliette Monroe. So this one talks about how she developed hybristophilia after being repeatedly R-worded by her own father, who was a serial R-word, Morris Monroe. As a result, she fell in love with another serial killer, Robert Burke, and started assisting him with his murders. So for that one, is definitely a full circle. My daddy did it, so I'm in love with somebody that did what my daddy did. So that definitely fits into the trauma that caused her to fall in love with somebody and help with that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
If you want to get treatment for this hybristophilia, medication, antidepressants, medical castration is supposed to be one of them. So I guess if you're like a male who, the serial killer themselves, like if you want help dealing with that, you would get medically castrated. I don't know. They should be in jail.
I don't know. I don't think you can help anyone. Like, first of all, they're not going to seek out help.
No.
You know what I mean?
Definitely don't think nothing wrong with them.
And like in real life, I understand that this is wrong, but I'm not going to lie. We do have a tendency, at least here in America. I don't want to speak abroad, but to romanticize serial killers. Like, I am in love with Dexter. I am in love with Joe. Those are some fine. Look at his fine ass. Like, and I support the cause. Like, we could be together,
that's so true, though.
Like, he's not killing anybody who shouldn't be killed. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
No women, no children. Like, you're not
I will
killing
excuse the shit out of Dexter and Joe.
Joe.
I excuse it every time. From you?
Joe, I love me some Joe. I think I like Dexter more than I like Joe. But I like Joe too. But see, that's what pissed me off. When Joe found another serial killer, I was like, that's it.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. I thought it was going to be perfect.
Yes, it is crazy, but I'm just saying.
Now, like I said, I don't love serial killers, but those two motherfuckers is different. They different. They TV serial killers.
I enjoyed them. Like
I very much do too. Joe, I'll be like, yo, that wasn't his fault. Every time he kills somebody, that was an accident. He didn't even mean to do that.
But I also feel like listen, he needed to understand love like a little bit more than he did. You know what I mean? Like, she loved you for you. She loved you for you, Joe, and that didn't you kill her ass? Like, I was fucking up too.
She was fucking up. She was doing too much. She was being sloppy. She wasn't. If she was more calculated or something, it would be cool. She was just too impulsive. She was drawn. She was gonna get them caught.
She was like, nigga, you're playing in my face. You're playing in my face, so now you gotta go. That's what happened with Joe and Love. That's what happened. He was playing in Love face, and then she was like, and there you got to go. Other than that, I like Joe. Like, it's just something, I don't know what's something about them, but I do like Dexter more because he really had because I feel like
he had a moral code.
He had a moral code, and I don't understand like that. I could literally come home and be like, nigga, this bitch getting on my nerves. Can you take her out real quick? And he would take her out for me.
All you gotta do is play some evidence. You gotta play some evidence. You gotta be like, I feel like Joe is more likely to do that. Like, she really pissed me off, go kill her. But Dexter is like, but did she do something to somebody else? Like, did she kill somebody? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he would need to find some evidence.
No, but this type of relationship is give and take, right? So I'm excusing we already talked about toxic pain. You gotta sprinkle a little toxicity on it. You know what I mean? Narcissism, okay? All of that. Make it taste good. Like, it's like adobe. Anyway, so it's a give and take in that type of relationship, right? So I am going to forgive you because you're a serial killer. And anytime I say take a bitch out, you want to take that bitch out. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to ask you to kill people every day. Give me like 1 or 2 a year. 1 or 2 a year.
That sounds like a good little contract. You get your serial killer rocks off, and you helping me out. I hear you. I get it.
Sound like a good compromise to me. Listen, y'all laughing at me, but y'all know good goddamn well if y'all feeling yourself a good ass fucking man, a good man, he treats you right. He pay all the bills. You don't gotta ask for nothing. It just magically appear. You know what I'm saying? The dick is like, okay. And then you find out. Listen. I got something to tell you. After hours, I go out and I kill, criminals. I kill out people that assault women and children. You finna let that go? You for that one little thing? You want to let that good man? That's a good man.
That little thing.
For that one little thing, that's a good man. Let me tell you something. You slide him on over to me. You slide him over to me. All right. After he come back from killing people, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have breakfast depending on what time he come in. I'm gonna have breakfast ready for him. You want grits? You want home fries? You want some sausage? Johnsonville brown? I got you. Like, the fuck? That's why you ain't got no man now. What'd you say? Not gonna lie, me and my man choose to be good people. It is like Lowry's. It's not Larry's. Near Salvador. I gotta check and see what ethnicity you are, because it's Lowry's. It's not Larry's. I don't know what you sprinkle. If you sprinkle Larry's on my food, I don't want it.
Knock off Lowry. Like,
it's all fun and games. He try to kill you with that. I request it. Okay, I'm built for it. Understand that. All right, do your best.
Oh my God. What else? So you can do medication, antidepressants. You could do a 12-step program, like, because like almost addiction program, I guess, to like have you not want to be with somebody that's toxic and a fucking murderer. Like, I guess you gotta do a 12-step program for that. Hypnosis has been talked about. You could do psychotherapy, orgasmic reconditioning.
What's that now? What? What? What's that?
I knew that was going to tickle your fancy. So orgasmic reconditioning is basically a behavior treatment armed to alter deviant sexual preferences.
Oh,
this is shit they used to use. Yeah.
I need it.
It used to be shit they used to use back in the day for, like, you know, if you was a homosexual or something like that, they would want to do some type of, they thought that was deviant behavior. So they would use that for this.
How? What are they doing to you?
So
I might like it.
So what they do is they allow you to participate in masturbation. You get to masturbate to deviant material. So if you like to kill people, right? Like murder, they let you masturbate to the thing that you like, the deviant content. But right before you come, they switch to something not deviant, right?
Switching to what? Do I got a lock hanging? This is getting on my nerves. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
So basically, it's like trigger your mind into coming off something that's not deviant. So you do that multiple times.
No, because the memory's still there. What are you talking about? So basically, they threaten you with a good time.
But what they do is over time they lessen the deviant, and then you'll have like a conditioned response to it. So all right, you watch a little bit of deviant behavior, a little bit of rough murder, and then you go to
as opposed to the gentle murder.
Right. You get a little rough murder, and then you get a little regular sex or something like that. You know, like, and then over time, eventually you'll just get aroused from the not. That's the
lies of cheese
behind it.
Lies of cheese fries. I would like to know where I could sign up for orgasmic conditioning, please. Recondition me. I need to be reconditioned. Oh,
child. You gotta go to a psychotherapist and ask for that. Like, listen, I got some deviant thoughts.
Debaucherous.
I need to be reconditioned.
Debaucherous, if you will. I definitely do. Yes. Oh. How dare
so
you?
If anybody suffer from this hybristophilia and is causing y'all issues and problems, I feel like y'all should go to therapy. Go to psychotherapy, figure this out, because you do not need that toxic of a peen in your life.
Not that toxic.
Not that toxic. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't even gonna lie. You know, the sex probably be really, really.
It must be.
That sex probably is fuck. Like right after they kill somebody.
Probably. They be all hype and rawled up and sweating and ready.
I mean, we not making it. We not helping the case.
We're not making light of this.
No, but it'd probably be so good.
It probably do. They probably be so wound up. Child.
The way you stuck that knife in that bitch throat.
Child. So, you know, seek therapy. Please do not get into a relationship with a serial killer. It's bad for your health. But I don't recommend it.
But you know, I just gotta come through with a but. If you are out there fighting crime, I like to call it fighting crime. You're crime fighting. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens to kill people, and you know you taking care of the worst, the desolate, those that will hurt other people. You know what I mean? People that assault other people, assault children. If you are that type of killer on a Dexter type tip, and you've been looking for love.
Please hit her inbox. Hit her inbox. I'll tell your story.
I will understand. Okay. You writing a story like that? Let me read it when you're done. Done. But Siren by Night will understand you. Okay. When no one else does, she will. You know, I'm a different type of chick. Okay. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right. I gotta check your credentials too. I gotta check it. Gotta make sure you're a crime fighter. A crime fighter. That's what I'm looking for. Right. But like Sophia said, seek therapy.
Please.
Maybe not mine, because she don't seem to be doing too good lately. That was something, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need to get something for these deviant thoughts. Anyway, thank y'all so much for joining us for this episode of Unicorn Straight No Chaser. We know what y'all came here for, the debauchery and the shenanigans, and hopefully we came through with all of that. You know, you can find us for mental health and sex every single Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our night camps where we talk about social media, pop culture, and nerd culture. That's Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on all Head Nerds in Charge platforms. You make sure that you go ahead and follow them. Facebook, IG, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, especially the YouTube. Go to their YouTube. Get those followers up over there, all right? Also, follow Unicorn Straight No Chaser, us personally. The cute one. Make sure you follow us on all the same platforms, okay? We are going to be at HNIC in June. That's Juneteenth weekend. Y'all make sure that y'all go contribute to the Kickstarter on Head Nerds in Charge's platform. Y'all make sure that y'all get y'all tickets for HNIC. Y'all make sure y'all come out for that. Our very own Tony Baloney, who is not here and celebrating her birthday, she will be doing her comedic stand-up debut. King Kurt Live will be coming out of retirement. You do not want to miss any of those things. All right. And as usual, thank you for joining us for an educational laugh and a heavy pour. Y'all be deviant.